Hi, welcome back to Vital Cook. Do you think broccoli is healthy as it is? But did you know the way you cook it may kill all its nutrients? Or there is a few precise steps that you can take to enhance its antioxidant power? In this video, we will look into exactly that, the do's and don'ts with broccoli. Inside broccoli, the precursor molecules, glucoraphanin and the enzyme myrosinase sits in separate cells. They cannot meet under normal conditions, but once you cut or chew the broccoli, you rupture the cell walls, allowing the two to combine and produce sulforaphane. However, here's the catch. Myrosinase is heat sensitive. When you cook too hot or too long, the enzyme loses its structure and can no longer catalyze conversion. That means glucoraphanin remains unused and sulforaphane is not formed. And there's more. In broccoli chemistry, there is also a competing reaction pathway, meaning sometimes it takes a detour. A little helper protein, epithiospecifier protein ESP, can push broccoli down the wrong road and make a weaker, not so useful version instead. Things like how hot it gets and the pH balance of the dish decide which road broccoli takes. So, the goal is allow sulforaphane to form before heat kills the enzyme, and then use cooking methods that preserve what's already made. Here's step 1, and this is the one people usually skip. Chop the broccoli and set it aside for 40 minutes. Don't skip doing that. Wait before you cook. Why 40 minutes? Because that gives time for the reaction between glucoraphanin and myrosinase to occur under mild conditions. Once formed, the sulforaphane molecule is much more heat stable than the enzyme itself, and so it's more likely to survive your cooking. Now, why does sulforaphane matter? Think of it as a biological switch that turns on your body's defenses. It activates antioxidant systems to fight stress, helps detox harmful pollutants, slows cancer cell growth, improves blood sugar control, and even shows promise for brain health. These aren't magic cures, but they are powerful reasons to preserve sulforaphane when you cook broccoli. Step 2 is where many go wrong. Never boil broccoli. Boiling destroys the enzyme and washes nutrients into the water, leaving little sulforaphane. But gentle steaming for 3 to 5 minutes or microwaving for just 1 to 2 minutes with a splash of water preserves far more of the enzyme. In fact, one human study showed lightly microwaved broccoli produced about 3 times more sulforaphane than fully cooked broccoli. The secret is the short bursts of heat protect the enzyme long enough for sulforaphane to form. And what's to the end of this video, I'll share a simple tip for flavorful, crispy, tender broccoli recipe in just minutes. What if you have accidentally overcooked your broccoli or you are using frozen ones? There's still a way that you can rescue its goodness. Here is the rescue trick. Add back an external source of enzyme. Mustard seed powder is one of the best. Why mustard? Because its myrosinase is more heat stable. In fact, in a human trial, just 1 gram of mustard powder added to cooked broccoli boosted sulforaphane levels more than 4-fold. So let's tie it all together. Here's your broccoli activation protocol. Step 1. Chop and wait about 40 minutes so that glucoraphanin and myrosinase have time to form sulforaphane before heat. Step 2. Steam for 3 to 5 minutes or microwave for just 1 to 2 minutes. Gentle heat preserves the enzyme or protects the sulforaphane that's already formed. Step 3. Rescue with mustard powder. If your broccoli is overcooked or frozen, this adds fresh enzyme to convert the leftover precursor. A few caveats. Timing matters. Too hot or too long and the enzyme is gone. The rescue trick only works if some precursor is still there. And everyone, absorb sulforaphane a little differently depending on their gut metabolism. But follow these steps and you will give your body the best shot at broccoli's full power. This is how your broccoli can be supercharged. There's a nicer way to cook broccoli. So yes, chop it, rest it, and then do a combination cooking method. Simply stir fry it with some flavorings like garlic or chili. That's what I do most. And then once it starts slightly browning, put a little splash of water, just a few drops, and then put a lid on it so that it steams. The steam will cook the broccoli. You will get a perfectly crunchy and full of nutrients broccoli for dinner. Try it this time and let me know how it goes. Any issues, reach out and I will help.